Hey y'all, it's me, Niecy Lynn. Patty's lurking around in the background here. Hopefully she won't wreck us before we're done. This is February the 4th. This is Flosstube 110, if my counting is correct. I haven't done a ton of stitching this week, and I feel like I'm nearly about to cut the top of my head off here. What's going on? There we go, maybe. Even though we've been home, Monday I went to the doctor with Daddy. He has had a lot of skin cancers removed, and one of them came back without a clean edge, and it was a melanoma. So we went to see the skin cancer specialist guy up at Big Baylor in Dallas. I really liked him, so we'll go. Looks like we're tentatively scheduled for the 9th or 10th, and get it removed, and they'll take a lymph gland to be sure nothing's moved into there. So I was really appreciative that he was real thorough. So and that just kind of had me in a funk. That's kind of just scary news. So, but I did get some done, and I've got some plans done. And the Christina sent me a show Stitch the Winter Olympics with the Naptime Stitcher. She's the Naptime Stitcher on Instagram. And it's # Stitch the Winter Olympics. And if you go look on there, she gives you a little breakdown of what to do every day through the Olympics to commemorate that. So that looks pretty fun. And today is a new start or work on something you started last year. So I'm gonna do that. And I did have a finish this week, and I got Happy Mail and some hauls. So, and then I have not been to the post office, but I've got a big stack here to go. I'll try to swing y'all around in a few minutes and let you look outside. We've got snow, and what is, I guess that's a shadow. I swear I look like I have a black eye right there, but I don't. Maybe it's just me. I guess it's because it's kind of dark. Last 2 weeks it's been too light. Now it's too dark. Go figure. Anyway, I did get some stuff done. So first, and I forgot to get a board. So that's where we're at today. That's how my brain's going. Not well. Okay, who is this? Miss Margaret and Rolo. She is beautiful. She's Miss Margaret and Rolo by Just Stitching Along, Krista Kramer, who recently had a fabulous trip to the attic. It looks so fun. So I love her. She is available as a PDF download on her Etsy. She is a beauty. I decided to change Miss Margaret and Rolo and stitch it for my Daddy and Annie. So I switched that out. I'll just try to hang it over the chart so you can kind of see it a little better. I'm nearly done. Oh my goodness. Nothing wants to cooperate today. Y'all. Here we go. It's kind of roly-uppy, but I've got Ann and Daddy on there, and then I've got all my little motifs. I finished the basket and did the other motifs, and then the little bottom border, and it has little flowers in between each bottom border. This is on 28 count straw, Week Style Works 28 count straw. It is gorgeous. I did change up the colors, and I've got here, I think I used all Wicked Stepmothers for her. So I've got Santa Baby, Peppermint Twist, Oh Christmas Tree, Blueberry Hill, Blue Bayou, Paper Roses, Barbie Girl, and Penny Lane. So those are what I have got. And if you hear things in the background, James Williams is home today, so I'm not alone. So that's what I used to stitch them. I'm not sure if I may not have used Blueberry Hill. I think I used Blue Bayou instead. This is Blue Bayou, their names are in Blue Bayou. But I have loved working on it. It is stitched up really fast and really nice. And it has been so much fun to work on. So I'm just nearly done. I have these little flowers right in here. I think I'm gonna do mine red, pink, and then a little bit of the blue instead of the white, because I decided to change my bird from white to red. I made my bird red. And so I don't have any white anywhere else on here. So I probably will not put white on those flowers. I just think it'll really jump out at you more than I want it to. But I have loved stitching this. And I will put, I think I'm gonna put a heart, maybe in Smyrna's or something here. And then I'll put a little star for Daddy's badge right here. So I've loved this. I've loved stitching on this. I've enjoyed it so much. I think they'll really enjoy it. I was thinking about giving it to them for their anniversary, but I may go ahead and get it done and give it to him when he goes for his surgery. Because we'll, sister and I will probably go up. He'll have to go in early for them to do that scan thing, which was really cool, fascinating to talk to the doctor about. That does not go in there. No, I've got a piece of string from something else in here. They said they would go in and inject just that little spot where it's bad. And then they would let it go to see exactly what lymph gland that piece of skin, that space of your skin drains to. They would go ahead and take that lymph gland to be sure that it was clear. And they would cross-sect it, you know, and examine it about 80 million times. So I was super happy about that. So I may go ahead and give it to them before they go up there for that. Okay, that's my finish. I'll put it right there. I worked some more on my North Wind. I started working on my tree. I think I had my bird finished last week. But it is, did I show you the chart for that? Yes, I did. North Wind by Little House Needleworks. This was my January 1st start. It was my first foray into 40 count. I didn't know if I'd be able to see it good. I can't see it as good at night. I don't know if my eyes are tired or the light just isn't bright enough or what. But I have enjoyed it so much. I just grabbed some colors. It's just kind of a mix of colors that I've got here between what they called for and what I had. So you can kind of see. Oh my gosh, y'all, that is the colors for Farmhouse Christmas. Here they are. Oh, Lord have mercy. It's just a little mix between what they called for and what I had, and they're beautiful colors. And they're in a knot for some reason. But it has been fun. I was working on it, here, see, and put it down to go make lunch, I think, or something. And I just left my needle hanging there. So my bird is done. My branch is nearly about done. And I am loving this. I'm going to, I think, change the color of the leaf and the color of the words. To me, it just has a lot of green for it to be winter. So I think I'm going to change my leaf to look like a fall leaf. And then I'm going to, I think, do my words in a gray blue, in a dark gray blue. And I think I'll be happier with that. But it is a beautiful chart. The fabric is 40 count Sea Storm. And it is beautiful. I love it. This one has been a lot of fun. It's always fun to try a new fabric, even if you don't know if you're going to be able to do it or not. And sometimes you just surprise yourself that you can. And that's the way this one has been. I just wasn't sure at all if I could get that to work. And it just worked out fabulous. So I've really been enjoying it. And didn't know that I would. So it's been a really nice surprise. Okay, who else? Oh, Jessie. I don't think I I'd done this last week. Maybe I'd started it, but I don't think I had. This is Jessie Watson by Hands Across the Sea. It's the Autism Awareness Sal with Barbara. Oh my gosh, it's upside down. With Barbara the Raspberry Stitcher. It is beautiful. She divided it up every month to kind of keep us on track. And that way you didn't feel, it was easier not to get behind. Because, you know, you say, as a matter of fact, Darlie and I started the Jane Greenoff Hedgerow House Sampler. And then she and I both, she said, you know, I got behind too. But with it divided up like this, it was genius. And that way you could just kind of stay on track. And you didn't feel like, oh my gosh, I'm so far behind, or am I where I'm supposed to be, or none of that. And I did just pull my own colors for it. I'm gonna see if I can get it to hang over this because of course I forgot my board. I've started the little heart and I'm not sure that I'm gonna wanna do eyelets, so I stopped. So you can see where I stopped. I got her name on there, Sally Coleman. I decided to get the blue that's up here and right around here. So this blue is this border, and then it's a couple of places in this curly border. And I decided to use it to put her name. So I've got Sally Coleman on there. She was Sarah Elizabeth, but ain't nobody got time or room for that. So, but Pa always called her Sally. So I think I'm going to, in over one right here, write either Mammy or My Mammy, because that's what she was. And I have loved this. I'm just apprehensive about this. Let me show you. It's done in eyelets. Okay, this heart, this beautiful heart right here is done in eyelets. And I stitch in hand, and I have noticed that that is one thing I will tend to pull tighter than I should, is the eyelet. So I am just trying to decide if I should chance it and then feel like it's got a pucker in it and want to take it out, or if I should just smart across it and be done with it. So I'm just kind of stopped right there thinking about what to do with her, because I definitely do not want to do anything to mar her, because this has absolutely been a labor of love. When I stitch all the initials, I remembered all my papa's brothers, except for the one that I never met, and his sisters. And so it was just wonderful to think of them and see their faces in my brain as I stitch along. And then to put her name across the bottom just made me crazy happy. So I will just try to decide on that this week. But that's all I have left is the heart, and then she's done. So, I mean, it's pretty good sized. 1, 2, 3. It's about 20 eyelets across. So it's a decent size. It's gonna take up that whole little section right there. So I'm just kind of stuck trying to decide which way I wanna go with it. So if y'all wanna throw some thoughts or opinions in there, let me know, because I have loved stitching this. It is gorgeous, beautiful, fun. It is, the patterns, I've said it time and again, the pattern is beautiful. It has extra stuff to read. You can print it in black and white or color with the little symbols, or, I mean, there's just all these ways to print it to help. I have used a Wicked Stepmother Flesh of My Flesh, Blue Velvet, Little Red Riding Hood, Rose Garden, Spooky, I think I have Hey Jude for the rabbit, and Holly Jolly Christmas. And then I have Classic Color Works Old Blue Jeans and DMC 937 for the colors that I picked for it. And I have been very pleased with those colors. Those please me. It's a nice, it's not too pale. Y'all know I don't like pale or muted. too much. It's just not my bag. So I do love, maybe this goes with this. I have a piece of Hey Jude and a piece of something else here that I'm having a hard time telling what it is. And I think it probably goes with Jessie. So we're gonna just set it in there. But I have loved working on that. Who else is left over here? Okay, now, let me see here. Kim. Kim was sweet enough last week to say, hey, is your JKL lower on your Lena sampler? And this is my Love Is Not All by Wicked Stepmother. My copy is so horrible, but I got down here on the words and was working on the words, and then Kim asked me that, and I thought, oh, no, it's not. But I went and looked because, I mean, surely I would have noticed, right? Nope, I didn't. So I went and looked, pulled out my JKLM because it was, after I'd seen it, it was very noticeable. And I nearly did it again, trying to get it back in there. I was having the worst time trying to get it back in there. So I'm going to put this guy on here and try to show you what I finally figured out that I had done. Okay. I was just struggling. I was talking to Ann yesterday when I was looking at this, and funny, after we talked yesterday, my Facebook was hacked too. So I've changed my password and all that. Why can't those people use their powers for good and not evil? I don't know. But I had, so went in and changed passwords and all that. And so hopefully that takes care of this problem. So if you got a message from me saying to send somebody money or something, or I don't know what I sent, but whatever it was, if you got something from me, I am sorry. Okay, here we go. So I pulled out my JKLM here, and I just could not figure out, and then I nearly did it again. And I couldn't figure out what in the world I was doing. But if you look here, see the J starts with a little square, kind of an offset square there with the 2 at the top and 2 on the sides. I was wanting to start my J off the side corner instead of the bottom corner. And that's what it caused the problem to begin with. And because this is 36 count, it wasn't like, it wasn't like a big jump, but it was, then the rest of that row was one off. So I decided to go back and take it out because after I'd seen it, I couldn't unsee it at all. It was making me nuts. So I pulled it out and have started putting it back in, but I stopped right there because I wanted to remember to tell y'all that that's what I'd done, and I was wanting to start off the corner of this side X instead of this bottom X. And when you're doing the small count, it is, hey Patty, it is easy to do and not notice because it is real small. But I do love it. It's beautiful. I love the saying on it. So I'm excited to get it going. I'm going to put, like I told y'all, mine and James's initials here. Mine on one side and his on the other up here. And then it has a flower motif and a vase. And then you come down here to the house. So I nearly get to where I get to build my house down here. So that's super exciting. So I have loved this, and thank you, Kim, for saving me before I got, because I'm gonna tell you what I've done. It had been all the way done. I would have had it framed, and then I would walk by one day and looked at it and gone, and like to lost my mind, because then for the rest of my life, I couldn't unsee it. That's what I would have done and been so sad about it. So I'm down here on my words, and like I said, then I'm gonna put our initials up here, and then we have these floral base motifs, and then my house down here. So this has been super fun. I'm thinking that I may work the kids' names in somewhere, but I'm not sure where. But it has been a load of fun to work on, and I can't wait to get to build my house here, because I love to build me a house. So I have loved that. That is Love Is Not All by Wicked Stepmother. It's available on her website as a download. It is beautiful. I'll show you my colors here, and that's on 36 count vintage rose linen. And then I pulled Cherry Bark by Gast, Harvest Moon by Wicked Stepmother, Blue Bayou, Woolly Swamp, Champagne Supernova, Hey Jude, and Crystal Blue Persuasion. And then I used my Sulky thread, and that is 4007 for this variegated kind of a red color. And I have really enjoyed it. The Sulky gives a really good coverage on this. Let's see here, I'll hold it up so you can see. So it is really good, deep cover on the 36 count using one. So that is one thread over two on the 36 count with that variegated Sulky. And it does a nice job. So, and it's nice to be able just to put the one thread in and work around the border, you know, pretty quickly like that. So that has been crazy fun. Who else is left over here? And I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Have the Spot of Winter finished. Oh, this is my, Lord have mercy. This is my Cricket Collection Winter. This one has lots of colors. So these are just DMCs. Most of them I had in my little, I have like a plastic shoebox that over time I would just buy a couple of extra DMCs when I would buy them and throw them in this little plastic shoebox thing. And then just let them sit there, and then I would kind of go through there and look and see if I had the color before I would go to the store. And now why, if you were gonna do this, you wouldn't start at the very beginning and just grab the next couple of, because that wouldn't make sense. And that's not how my brain works. So most of these I had in my box. I had to go, Ari and I went to Joann's and grabbed the other couple others. I will switch some of them out for some of my variegated overdyed threads. So, like on the letters, you get some of these big blocks. That this T, I will probably definitely switch out for something because it doesn't have any little dots or anything in it. The W didn't either, but it had this chimney up here that I thought was some sort of a cup of something hot, but it's not. But it's Winter by Cricket Collection. I've done two of the others, and I hadn't done this one. I've done Autumn, and like I said, I think it's summer, but it might be spring. It's in there in the closet. I intended to grab it, and I didn't. But it is so cute. And I worked on it some this week. It is on, is it 32 count? I believe it's a 32 count something, which is probably written down here in front of my face. Well, if it's written in front of my face, I can't see it. So we'll turn this guy this way and you can kind of see. I just threw everybody down this week when I was working on them and just let them sit. My gosh, my fingers are not working today, y'all. It's definitely the cold that's affected me. So I started on my N. So I got my eye done, and I started on these little, which I assume are snowy branches out there to the side. And then I started on the N in Winter, and it has a little pink dot in it every so often. So once I get to the side of the end, I get to do the big snowman. He's so cute. So this one has been very, very fun. I always love working on these. Cricut Collection has good charts that are easy to read, or easy for me to read, even though they're black and white. Sometimes black and white charts I can struggle with, but theirs to me are really easy to read, and I like doing them. And you can also, if you're going somewhere, you can do your outline of the letter and then just fill it in as you're going. So that makes it, you know, kind of a nice little travel project. It's 32 count sea spray. 32 count sea spray. I should write that down. Okay. So I have been having all the fun with that guy. It's so cute. Such a fun little stitch. And even though it's a 32 count, it is a little harder for me to see for some reason than some of the others, even though it's not dark. So I can never figure out what makes some things really easy for me to see and some things not so easy for me to see. I don't know. But it has been very fun working on that. Put those guys in there. Oh, and put all my threads up. Like I said, these are, holy moly, there's so many of them. Get all of them back in there. Then I have, I think I'm missing somebody, but I don't know if I worked on, well, Blue Winter I didn't work on this week. Maybe that's everybody. If I didn't work on Spookhouse this week, and I don't know that I worked on Woolly Winter, I didn't grab him regardless. I did have a finish this week. Spot of Winter got done. It is fabulous. And there is the whole series. You can do them all in a row, and then like one is Spot of Autumn and one is Spot of Spring, like this. So I just had this guy here and thought I would just stitch him up like this and then make him into a little, I think I'm gonna do a pin pillow on him. But he has all these little fun specialty stitches. These trees, I loved doing these little trees. And I don't know if it'll focus enough for you to see that they are a little fun stitch, a little fun crazy stitch. So it has Smyrna crosses, it has some, I think what it called inverted, what did it call those? No, double cross eyelet over 8 threads, a double cross eyelet over 6 thread, and the little tree is called a Sprat's Head tree. And it is so cute. So these are the specialty stitches that are in it. So if you're not a specialty stitcher, you could still do them in X's and it would be fine. But it worked out so cute. And I didn't have the little, see, it has a little, right there, a little snowflake charm. And I didn't have that. So I just switched one of my little birds around. So in theirs, it only has 2 birds. I just added another one and reversed him so that he's looking at his friend there. I changed my TUVWXYZ to say ice and snow, because that's what we mainly have here is ice and snow. And it is just so cute. Those little green trees, I grabbed a piece of 937 and did the Sprat's Head trees in that 937. And what else did I have here? I had a DMC white, a 414, a 498, a 3750, and a 500, and then 829, I think. I think those are the ones. These are the ones I used for him. And I pulled them out after I did something last week or so, and oh, those are some of the ones I used for him. He's so cute. Oh, and somebody asked about this So cute from Letha. Isn't it adorable? It is a Kathy. It is on the Bent Creek site. I think it is a free chart. It is called Groundhog Day, I think. But so you can probably go to their thing and look in their charts. Isn't he adorable? I loved it. And I hated that the little one in New Jersey passed away. I was so sad. What was his name? Mail, I think. Something Mail. And oh, that made me so sad. That poor little thing. But I love drawn thread pieces. And this one is just as cute as all their others. They never disappoint. All the fun little crazy stitches. And I just changed it all up. You can, let me see if I can fold it this way so you can see. They're not exactly alike, and I think that's okay. They had white under their house, and I put red under my house. I took out the, since I didn't have the charm, I just flipped the other little robin around there, and like that. So you can just, you know, fix things up however you want to. I've got my initials down here by Snow, and then I'll put one of the little charms on it so I'll know that it was this year that I stitched it. So that was my finish this week. And y'all, I cannot figure out what I did with the charts. Remember last week when I did the chart share? And then after I finished filming, I went in there and they were sitting on my drafting table. And now they're not there and I don't know where they are. And I do not know what in the world I've done with them. They were right there. And I said, oh, there they are. All I can figure is I kind of tried to organize some of my charts this week when I was looking for something specific. And so I kind of sorted things around, and I guess they got resorted back in. I don't know. Go figure. Anywho, it'll turn up when I'm not looking for it always. And then I got a haul this week. I had ordered from Jerry Lynn. Oh, here, we'll go over questions before I do haul. Easter trio, several of y'all were sweet enough. Helen, Angela, Pam, Robin, JLK Dumas, y'all were sweet enough to let me know that on the Easter trio, it's supposed to be 826, not 836. So that brings us to here, and Joan sent me this. So if you look on here, this thing's kind of difficult to write sometimes. There's a list. Now, why I've never looked at this, I don't know. I guess because, you know, it's just words and things. And so that'll tell you that, you know, what row something is in. So it's in row 6. So that we can flip over here to row 6 and see that this is 826. And that's what it was supposed to be, not 836. So you see it right up there. So this little thing is really crazy handy. Like I said, I know I've seen them at Hobby Lobby and Joann's, and I think Michael's. I think I've seen them all 3 places. But I use mine a lot if I don't have the color and I'm trying to figure out what I want to swap it out. So if you don't have a ton of thread and you're trying to figure out things you want to sub, this could be super handy. Or if you just want to switch up a color scheme for something, this can be crazy handy. So I love it. Renee, foods can be a surprise. And yes, if somebody tells me to come over there having a barbecue, that is not a hamburger with ketchup on it. That is not barbecue. Barbecue is something like, it's slow cooked usually. Grilling and barbecuing are not the same thing to me. Now they may be to other people, but for me, that is not the same thing. So if you're making me hamburgers outside and hot dogs, say, hey, come on over, we're grilling. That's what you say. Don't say we're having a barbecue, because that ain't the same thing. If you tell me you're barbecuing, you're having brisket or things like this, not grilling, and it's not the same thing. And yes, if I went somewhere and ordered chicken pot pie and it came out and it was something with noodles, chicken pot pie don't have no noodles in it. Chicken pot pie is a pie. It's got a crust. I prefer a top and a bottom, but you know, I won't get crazy on that. If I go on, they just have a top crust, I can live with it. But it has like it has a milk-based sauce in it, and it has potatoes and carrots and chicken and onion like this. It ain't got no noodles in there. I don't know how you would put a noodle in there, because a noodle is wet and it would make your pie crust be wet. And so I would have been real shocked if I went somewhere and they said it's a chicken pot pie and it come out some kind of chicken and noodles. I would have been appalled. Zan, okay, now I'm hoping I'm looking at the right one. You asked about my winter words, and is it this one or this one? Because this one is on, let me see here, we'll just pull them both up here. This one is on a piece of even weave, and I believe I just dunk dyed this. I can go back and look, and I'll send you a message in a little bit. This one is just a piece of even weave that I think I dunk dyed in gray rit, because I can't hardly see on black either, Zan. I just can't. Now, people say they use a light box and all that, but I don't know. I don't have all that, and I ain't trying to get all that. So this is, but I know it's a 28 count, and it's probably in my little book over there, but I'll look it up and send it to you. I loved stitching this. I love looking at it. Kathy made me so happy with this, and then she has the others, and I haven't got them done, and that makes me sad. But these are so cute. They are so cheery and happy, and I just love them. So it's hands-on design, and she's done one for every season. This was the old first one that you can only get from, it was on a calendar, and I think I had to call Hirschner's, and they emailed me the chart, because that was the only place you could get it. So Kathy redid. So there is a new winter one, and then there's one for every other season. So that is adorable. And then this one is on Coffee Club by Be Stitch Me. And it is a 28 count. Coffee Club by Be Stitch Me. And I love stitching on it. I had no trouble seeing it either. But I have, when I need that, I just usually dunk it, and I don't have any trouble with it. And so it looks just like, to me, I think of it like, remember when your chalkboards used to be, after the teacher had been writing on them for a couple of months, and they'd get that kind of grayish color, and then they'd make somebody get in trouble, you know, and they'd have to go wash the blackboard. Remember that? That's what, this is the dirty blackboard is what I think of it as. And I can see it just fine, and I love working on it. So my blackboard isn't a clean blackboard. I always have to work on a dirty blackboard so that I can see it. Oh, Missy asked about my floss charms, and I done throw these things in, so we'll just dig them right out, and we'll see, because I've got stuff on nearly everything. They have mainly been gifts. I've made a few, but I'll show you one. I put this on here on purpose. Here you go. This is one I made. It just has a little, Aria wanted to buy these at Joann's one day. And it's just a little button kind of a thing, a charm. I think it was on the jewelry aisle maybe. So I guess it's not a button. And then I just cut that out of a piece of card paper, and it has a little jingle bell on it. And then these you can buy at Joann's or at Hobby Lobby, or you can order them off Amazon. And you just stick it in there with some Mod Podge. And I think they're so fun. So there's that one. Now some of y'all make beautiful ones. So this one was a gift, and it is so beautiful. Let's see if I can take it off here so you can see it better. I don't know if you can, I'm trying to get it where I can turn it where you can see all the beauty of it without all my junk in the way. Let's see here, probably not. Okay, here we go. So some of y'all do these, and they have little beads and pieces of chain, and it says handmade with love and be you bravely. I mean, it has an N for my initial. I mean, these are, y'all do these and they're so beautiful. Maybe that way you can see it better. So they are gorgeous. Let me see, I've got a few more in here. I try to, when I take one off and start a new project, I usually just move it onto the other one. Okay, this is one I made because it is the winter, and so this is another one just on a different piece of paper that I made, and it has, there, maybe you can see him. And it's just so simple, like that. So that one's from me. I hope I have some other pretty ones in here. If not, they're in bags that I haven't worked on this week. I'm gonna be sad because I was gonna show you all of them. Because some of y'all make some that are just gorgeous. Okay, here we go. This one, I believe, has a piece of fabric in it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. Let's see. So yeah, y'all are so creative and come up with all these fabulous, beautiful things. Okay, here's another one that y'all sent. Look at this. And I would never, y'all think of using things in such a way that it's so pretty. See, look at just the little violets, and the little ring is wanting to make the little spot on there, and now it's don't want to focus. Oh, right there. So you can just see the little violets down at the bottom and up the side. It's beautiful. But I keep them on all my projects, and they just are gorgeous. I don't know that one. What's on there? And sometimes I end up with 50 on each one. I think one of y'all sent me this one here. It's beautiful with a rose in there. And then, let's see, is there any on that one? Well, that guy doesn't have one. Sad day, and I've been working on that thing forever. That's my farmhouse Christmas one. This is in the back of that bag. Let's see if this is the last one. Let's see if we have one in here. But I do love them. I love looking at them. And yes, here's the beautiful bee. So this was with the bee, and so it has this beautiful bee charm here, and then the bee in here. And it's a beautiful gold ring, and these are both in gold. Well, now bee, turn around so we can see you. So, so cute. So I do enjoy them so much. So thank you for asking about them, because they don't get the attention they should get, because they're gorgeous. And Michelle, holler at me and let me know what you use for anniversaries of the heart. I am really curious. I'm trying to decide between 36 and 40, so it isn't be too giant. But Charles, I forgot to get it. A water bug is like, it's like a big old roach. Now, and the praying mantis are the one you're thinking of, y'all, like this. And we do have those down here all the time. And I'm always running out and getting my one of my little scrub brushes that I use around the pool and stuff, and then move them out away, because they'll try to get on my hummingbird feeders, because you know they will kill your hummingbirds and chew their head off. I love me a praying mantis, but they are not nice, and they will jab those little things into your hummingbird and then chew its head off and kill it and eat it. So that's horrifying, I know. But, and Daisy, I hope you're doing okay. I can't imagine. I've thought about you, and I saw my sister after you messaged me this week. She lost her sister. I'm so sorry. I'm like, you only have the one sister, and it'd be hard. So I got to see her that next day after you messaged me, and I did tell her I loved her, especially in that what you were going through. So I hope you're feeling better. And Annette, I hope your day got better. Sometimes we just have those days that it's like, holy moly, too much. Joan, we talked about the numbers on the back of the DMC chart. Michelle, it is hard to put babies down. Catch was over here, not last night, but the night before. Somebody called Baby and asked if she could be the photographer at a shotgun wedding, which I thought was hilarious that they just called that straight off the bat. But she said, sure. It was before the weather was supposed to be coming in. And so she called me and she said, sure, can you watch Catch? And I said, oh, I'd love to. And I put him down on the floor twice for a few minutes and tried to crawl around with him. And, but I don't like to sit him down when he's here. I want to play with him all the time. So he may never crawl. He may never even walk. We may just carry him around forever and get him one of those little, palanquins, or what do they call that you just carry people around on? Maybe that's what we'll do. That's what I told Annie, there's Jessie. Yeah, you'll find out, that old saying, if you have a calf and you pick it up every day after it's born, would you be able to pick up the cow? And we may find out, because we may do it with Catch and just find out if you pick him up every day when he's 20, can you still carry him? We'll see. We will see. Oh, Jan, I was dying. I'll give you something to cry about. Think about people of our generation. If you had $1 for every time you heard that, we could all at least go on a nice vacation. I don't know if I could retire, but I could at least go on a nice vacation. I'll give you something to cry about. I'm like, oh my gosh. Lord have mercy. And Lenore, I'm dying. They were decided they were going to get a tan without no tan lines. And then the preacher showed up to the house. They had on bottoms, but no top. And then they had to run and get clothes and hide from the preacher. So preachers always have a way of hearing the thing they're not supposed to hear or something, because I know when good old girl died, we had just got a new preacher in town at the Baptist church. That's where good old girl went, And so his first time, he had been here like in town 2 days. And he's going to do good old girl service. And then of course he comes to see us at the house and everything. And we're all sitting there. And Peggy, my friend Peggy, and her daddy and my daddy are best friends. So Peggy's daddy, Jimmy, and my daddy, James, are best friends. And so we've grown up together and everything. And she always jokes and calls my daddy her illegitimate father. And it's just been a running joke all our lives. And you don't think anything about it, you just say it. And so here he is with his wife and coming there, and Tony and Eileen, and he says, and I don't think I know you. And Peggy them go to Church of Christ. And she said, well, I'm Peggy. I'm James's illegitimate daughter. The look on his face was priceless. Priceless. And then she busted out laughing and she said, oh my gosh, we always joke about that, but really my dad is, and starts going in. But the preacher always has a way of getting there for the wrong thing, hearing the wrong thing, showing up at the wrong time. I tried to tell all my kids to be a preacher or a weatherman, and none of them did it. If you're a preacher or a weatherman, it don't matter. No, there's nobody going to judge how you do your job. You're going to keep it. I don't know. I just thought it was perfect. They didn't, none of them listen to me. Think about how much time the weatherman gets the weather wrong, and he don't never get fired. I'm just saying. But none of my kids listened at all. None of my kids made a preacher or a weatherman. So there you go. As kids are wont to do. So to my haul. I got a haul this week. I ordered on Jerry Lynn, and she is that going to focus on that? Flossandfabrics.com. Yeah, www.flossandfabrics.com. I guess it's kind of focusing. I love that little pig. It is so cute. And I ordered, I needed some fabric. And then I knew I had to have this. I've been thinking about it for a while and hadn't got it yet. And this is Good Tidings of Joy, and it's by Needlework Press. And it is the cutest thing. And I think I may do mine in a little drum. I'm not sure. I sure do love it, and I love the little arc at the end. And I hate that I might not be able to see all of it, but I think I'm going to do it on, this is Frankie's and Rhonda's. This is A Wicked Stepmother. And this is Figgy Pudding. And I don't know if she still has it. I'm sure she probably can do you something similar, or if not exactly, or a red, or I mean, if you have a red or a rust color in your stash, they've got theirs done on a piece of kind of reddish down here. And I'm thinking I'm going to use that. This is 32 count. And I'm thinking I'm going to do that, but I am trying to decide between 3 colors. And of course I should have got them off here before I started, but I didn't. So I've got a Hey Jude. I've got a Love Letters here, and I've got a, where's that blue? And so I need y'all to chime in and let me know which one of these y'all like. So I've got these 3 that I'm trying to decide. Can y'all see all those? I don't know, my fingers are in the way. So Hey Jude is the brownish gray, brown gray. The Love Letters is the, Love Letters in the Sand is the off-white. And then the Why Me Lord is the medium blue. And I think it seems kind of crazy, but I really am thinking I might really like that. That Why Me Lord. But it is a beautiful piece of fabric. So that's, I had that already from Frankie. So this I ordered from Jerry Lynn. She has it at Floss and Fabrics. So ordered this pattern. And I hope you're still recovering. I saw that you had a little video up on Insta and I didn't get to watch it yet. And then I ordered this one, the 7 Virtues, which I've loved forever and I need to get stitched. So these 2 came, and then fabric. So I got a, I'm gonna try to turn it this way so you can see it. This is a 32 count Espresso Lagana. It is gorgeous. It is called Espresso. And it says 32 count FOW. Look at that. And it feels so nice. And Frankie, I found that tea-dyed, the 28 count tea-dyed Monaco that we were talking about. And I've got it here. I meant to call you this week and see if you wanted me to put it in an envelope and send it to you. Because I found it when I was looking for something else. This is a 32 count Belfast Vintage Country Mocha. It is so pretty. I love it. Love, love, love it. And then this guy here still to show. He is a 35 count lamb's wool, and he's pretty stiff, but I stitch in hand, so that's fine with me. 35 count lamb's wool. I loved him. So these are going to be fabulous to stitch on. She's always super fast. When I order from Jerlyn, I get stuff like quick. And she sent me this adorable pen. Thank you, Jerlyn. So she always has good service and fun things. So that was my haul this week. And then I got 2 packages. One from Charles, and well, I actually got 3. 2 were from Christina. She sent 2 separate. One is from Charles, and I'm dying. Charles, you are fabulous. And look at this little sketch he sent me of my arc. So I got to get a frame for my arc here. He sent me an adorable card in this sketch, and then I'm on here. I love, love, love it. So this is fabulous, and I cannot wait to frame it up. Too much Charles. I love it. So thank you so much. I had so much fun with that. And I've got to get a frame for it when I get out and about. It's kind of nasty here. And then Christina sent me this. I've got 2 cards because it came in 2 separate things. Is that right? No, this one's from Char. This is Char's card I couldn't find last week. I found it this week. Thank you, Char. And yes, I will send you who the skinny cat needs to go to next. So thank you for reminding me. But I have another. Oh my gosh. And it had, look, from Christina. So I have the card, and this was on the outside. So cute. And then she sent me all these things. And a little Valentine, which I love the little, that was the other card, the little Valentine. So cute. And I remember somebody talking about this one a while back, and I can't remember who was talking about how cute this was, and it's hard to find. I think it's an older one, so you have to get on the secondary market. But look at this. Tons of Halloween fun. It's called Trick or Treat by Dimensions. And these little guys on here, look at this little mummy down here in the bottom corner. I am in love with him. He's a little mummy and he says, I want my mummy. He's so cute. And the little scarecrow, there's a Frankenstein's monster, a mummy, a witch, a scarecrow, bats. I mean, all just so many cute things. So this thing is by Dimensions, and it is Dimensions number 328, Trick or Treat, and it is adorable. So she sent that, and then she sent, oh, I can't show that one. Oh, yeah, hold it. I can't show that one because it's the whole pattern. Holy moly. I can show this side though, I think. Can I show these there? Maybe I better not. It's like a little pattern, but it's a little embroidery one. The little Happy Snowman here by Shepherd's Bush, which may get stitched up today. He is a Shepherd's Bush Happy Snowman. He's a snowman with a little sheep, and he is adorable, and he might get stitched up today. There's the embroiderer, and it can go flat or in a needle roll, and it is beautiful. It is by Eventide Designs. It says it's a little needle roll or it's a tiny sampler. And when I say tiny, this thing is so sweet. It is, I found the stitch count on this little jobber. I'm sure it's right here in front of my face, and I can't see it. There it is, 52 by 68. So on 32 count, it's 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So it is just so sweet. The embroiderer stitches with a golden needle. It is so precious. This, I think I know which friend I'm going to stitch this for. I have a friend who, they have these at Lodge. Hands and Heart to God by Prim Stitches. It's number 12 of 12 in Lori Holt stitch cards. And it is so cute. And like I said, I have a friend that emblem they use at Lodge all the time. So I think I will stitch that up for Sari. This is Cookies for Santa, and it is so cute. And from what I can tell, you can order the little buttons. There's a cookie and a mug and a kitty cat button. And of course, you don't have to have them. You can just stitch it without it, because it shows a cookie on the plate already, and you could just stitch you in a little cup where that is. But this is by Britter Cup Designs. So cute. So precious. That'd be such a sweet little pin pillow or a little, and she sent me a little quilt that I'm sure is far beyond my skills. But I did sign up for the Stitch with Kia. If y'all don't watch Kia, y'all should. Kia B has by Cotton Cuts. And so this will be my first foray into real quilting, just what I know how to do. So, okay, so we will jump right in because I know y'all are ready for me to hush. And now I've got to figure out where I set Spot of Winter to hold it up here. So this week's shares will be, one of the first ones, will be Spot of Winter by Drawn Thread. And so if you don't like specialty stitches, you might skip this one, so because it has got some specialty stitches in it. If I can read my own writing. And tell me if you like winter or if you don't like winter. I'm kind of hard in the don't camp. This one is the March the Daffodils. It is adorable. I think these are still on Jerry-Lynn's site, and most of your LNSs still have them. By Blackbirds. So it is March the Daffodils. So use the word daffodils in this one if you're interested in this one. This one is Brown Dog Stitches, Meow. And this is What Don't You Understand About Meow? And that is hilarious because this is what we go through with Patty. We have finally got a, so use the word meow if you're interested in this one. She has finally not beating the door down at night. We've got her an automatic feeder, so she usually just, now she thinks we don't feed her, that the machine does, so she has quit beating on the doors and slamming them open, and I'm telling y'all, she is something else. That kitty cat is something else. This one is beautiful, but it has so much diagonal, I know I will never be able to do it. Man, so whoever does this one, I want to see it when you're finished. It is a Quaker game board by Papillon Creations, and it is big. 197 by 197, but it is beautiful. So use the word game if y'all like to play games. Tell me what your favorite game is. So use the word game if you're interested in that one. And then who else did I grab out here? Let's see. Let's do a fall one to start getting somebody ready for fall. This is Val Stuff, Things Go Bump in the Night. Val Stuff, Things Go Bump in the Night. So use the word night if you're interested in this one. I love it. These are also cute. So we've got this one, use the word night. This one, use the word daffodils. This one, use the word winter. This one, oh my gosh, my fingers would work. It's so cute with that tail. Use the word meow. And then this one, use game, okay? So those are our shares this week. There's, since I didn't have any last week, we're doing 5 this week. So, because like I said, I still don't know where I set those, so heaven help me. But it's been an hour. I will jump off here and let y'all get on with your Friday. James Williams was home yesterday and today, and he'll be home tomorrow and the next day. So I don't know if we'll venture out, though. It's still kind of yucky outside. I'll turn y'all out the window and see if y'all can see if I can make it where y'all can see without giving Patty a stroke. So there you go. You can kind of see out in the backyard there. It is. For us, that's a lot, and it's mainly ice. There's a little bit of snow on top of the ice, but it's mainly ice out there. So it's super slick and crazy, slippery. So y'all have a happy Friday and enjoy your stitching.